Hello guys and welcome. Today I have a bare face. I have new products, PR, old favorites. We're gonna do get ready with me. I already drank my coffee. I had it prepared. I had my little snack that I brought with me, and then my sweet neighbor decided to power wash his entire driveway, and I've been waiting for an hour, probably more actually. 2 hours. Oh, it's been 2 hours of me waiting for him to finish, and finally I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna record with a noise. And the second I press record, he stopped. So here we are. I'm full on coffee. I do have my water, but grab something to drink and let's hang out. I have here some exciting products that I really want to get into. I have this Nars eyeshadow palette. I purchased this. I got a couple of their new eyeshadow sticks as well. Guerlain sent over, look at this, some new lipsticks, and the packaging. This looks absolutely incredible. I did pick the colors, but this was gifted to me. Also, I have here Sarah Creal cream contour / bronzer. I picked it up in 2 shades. I tried one shade and it is so good. I'm so excited. I also have the Fara Homidi lip liners, some old favorites. Tint sent over a couple of their stuff, and this is a makeup brand that's more accessible for people who have any issues holding things, or if you have any disabilities and it's hard to control makeup. My daughter has disability and it's hard for her to hold things, so packaging like this makes it much more accessible to use a mascara or lipsticks or things like that. So I just love seeing that. So I have a couple products from them, some old favorites. So let's get started. I'm gonna start with this Refy primer. I picked this up during the sale and I do feel like it's nice, moisturizing, almost grippy, and I like it. So far I'm like looking forward to using it. I also feel like it does sit really well under makeup. I haven't had any issues with the packaging. I know there's some concerns around that. I haven't had any issues whatsoever. For foundation, I'm gonna use this Versed Multi-Serum Skin Tint SPF 40. I have here 5N. I'm a little tan, so I don't know how this will go on. It may be a little light, but we do have new bronzers to help with that. This is such a beautiful product. I've been trying this out for the past month, and I mean, wow, it is so good. If you don't know what the brand Versed, it started off more as skincare. I would say more affordable skincare with great ingredients. I use a lot of the Versed skincare, and now they started doing makeup, and it is so beautiful. I don't know if I'm correct in this, but I will share the knowledge that I have heard around. Is it the same people that created Merit or created Versed? Am I correct in that? I should Google that. Ask ChatGPT, but from kind of what I've heard, it is. So there's no wonder that I love so many of their products. It is so beautiful. I feel like, there you go. I have a reflector right here. It's new. My other one was packed with makeup, so it wasn't reflecting anything, but I felt like that was maybe just a little too reflective. I would say it's light to medium coverage, very smoothing, so smoothing. It is nourishing, but it is not sticky whatsoever. I use my hand or fingers to apply it, but sometimes I'll go with, a beauty blender or something, a sponge, to just press this in. It has such a nice blurring effect on the skin. It is so smoothing. I really enjoy it. It is on the glowier side, but it does set down. I never feel like it's sticky or stays wet. It does kind of dry itself down. They do have also a concealer. This was sent to me, but the color is way too light, so I'm not gonna use that. This is a CL sponge. It's very nice. But when it comes to sponges, you can go on Amazon and get a great sponge for, I don't know, $1. So you don't spend your money on that. I'm going with the Sarah Creal concealer. I Went in with shade 3 and this is shade 2. I love this concealer so much and I feel like it works really well with this Versed skin tint. Powder is gonna be this RMS powder. I am testing this out again. I got rid of a lot of my powders and there's a couple that I still need to test out to see if I like them or not because I can't remember. And this is one of them. I remember liking it, but you never know. So taking a little bit of this one and setting the under eye here. It's quite intense here, but it definitely took a lot of the shine off. Probably put a little bit too much right there. Like I'll do half of my forehead so you can see here. Look at that and that. Maybe it's more intense than I remember. I might take a lot more off. I have a bruise right here. I'm not even gonna bother covering that up. You guys are used to me having bruises by now from training. That is very mattifying. Wow, I didn't remember this being so mattifying. In the summertime, I do find the need to use a very mattifying powder in my T-zone because I get quite oily in the summertime and I'm outside a lot. So there's a place for a powder like this, but right now it looks extra, like it took away any glow that I have, and I kind of think it's a little much. I feel a little powdery right now. I think if you have oily skin, you would enjoy this powder because it completely set the glow and eliminated, actually. There's like no glow left on my skin wherever I powdered. And sometimes I actually really need a powder like this in the summertime. So I'm glad I tried it. I think right now it's a little too much for me. Even though, you know, it completely took the glow, I don't feel it very powdery on the skin. But I'll have to test it out a little bit more and see. I'm going to spray my face also. So I don't have my thoughts fully formed on this yet, but I see potential for whenever I'm oily. Okay, moving on to probably the most exciting product that I have. It's the Creal new cream bronzers or sculpting. I picked up 2 shades. I wanted to get these during the sale, but they were sold out. So I picked up the shade 1 and 2. I tried the shade 2 and it's so beautiful. I feel like this will replace my Makeup Forever skin enhancer. I don't know. I feel like it's just as good, but it's not quite as emollient as that one and maybe wet. So these are the 2 shades. This is shade 1, shade 2. There's 3 total shades. And it feels just like the Makeup Forever. It feels exactly the same. But on the skin, you know what? I'm just gonna let you know once I applied it because I've only tried it once and I was in a hurry. So that is shade 1 and shade 2. I think shade 1 will be great for contouring for me, but it feels like the Makeup by Mario one, almost like you're rubbing cold butter. I'm gonna start with shade 1 and I'm gonna contour right here. I think the difference between this and Makeup by Mario is that this has a little bit more pigment. I mean, a lot more pigment. You can kind of see it here. This is the lightest shade. And I think a lot of people didn't like the Makeup by Mario one because it didn't have enough pigment for them. So I think this is a great option, yet you still have that extremely blendable product that looks incredibly natural. It's just a little bit more pigment and it defines your face a little bit more, but yeah, it's so beautiful. So this is with and without. You can see how flat everything looks here. And this one just looks more sculpted. This color is a great color for soft kind of contouring for me. Ooh, I applied a little match here, but that's okay. That's okay. It's so blendable and so nice that you can just kind of go over. And this is over powder, by the way. And it's working great. I think this is going to be my new go-to product. I already know. You know, I know if I love a product right away. And look at that. It's incredible. Again, that's a bruise. Don't worry about that. Okay, so this is shade 1. I think it's great. I love it. I'm going to add shade 2 on top so you guys can see that it definitely has a lot more pigment. If I could only pick one, I think it would be shade 2. This is more of a bronzer. I would say shade 1 on me is more of a contour shade. I'm going to go back to shade 1 and kind of do the same thing on this side as I did on the other. Now that I played with this a little bit more, I think it's very similar to the Makeup by Mario one, but it does set faster than that one and it doesn't stay that wet consistency. I never had issues with the Makeup by Mario one, but this, I think it's a little bit more perfected and more user-friendly. If that one felt a little bit too wet on your skin, like it doesn't set, I think that you would really enjoy this. Also, the packaging is stunning. It feels nice and luxurious, and it is. It's very expensive. Can't remember how much I paid for it, but I want to say $50 maybe. But it's absolutely beautiful. I love it, and I'm excited. What blush should we use today? Oh, I have a couple here from Rare Beauty. I don't think I've used these on camera yet. I have personally used them and I think they're so beautiful. I have here Hope and Happy. I pulled these ones out. Alive as well, but I think this is a little too intense for what I want. So this is Happy and Hope. Let's start with Hope and see how that goes. And there's another blush. I have a tickle right here. There's another blush that I love. It is from Sachu Beauty. It's this one right here. I have two colors, but this is the only one that I used. I'm not going to use it because of the color, but the formula is so beautiful, extremely long lasting, very blendable, but very pigmented. So be careful. I think I was getting ready for church and I just tried it for the first time and went full on. And oh boy, I had to fix my cheeks because they were so intense. So be aware of that. But it's beautiful. It lasted all day. It blended in really nicely. So that is a beautiful product. I love their lip stains, like the peel lip stains. But today I think I'm going to use these Rare Beauty ones. Let's start with Hope. And this formula is an interesting cream formula. It's really beautiful and applies so nicely, quite blurring on the cheek. It reminds me of the Chanel powder, cream powder formula that I love so much. It's very similar to that. I think with Rare Beauty, you get so many different colors. With Chanel, you're kind of limited to just a few. So I think for that, Rare Beauty is better. But Chanel has that beigey color that I just think it's my number one. So I would still pick that one. But Rare Beauty has a little bit more fun with the colors. Okay, so that one is Hope. And it's so beautiful. So smooth. Quite blurring. And then let's take a little bit of Happy and put right here. The apples of our cheeks. I think that's so pretty. And then I go over with the powder brush. I'm not adding any more powder. I'm just going over just to blend that in. Okay, and that is the blush. I think it's so beautiful. Great formula. I think the price point is really good. So good job, Rare Beauty. Ooh, let me show you this Dior bronzer. Did I use this in my last video? I can't remember. So I'm going to use it a little bit on top of my Sarah Creal bronzer. Why not? This is new and it is in the shade medium. I got this one during the sale and I like it. I think it's really pretty. It's matte. So it's nice if you want to sculpt a little bit. I like that it's not extremely pigmented. So I feel like I can have control over how much color I put on. So I am liking that. Yeah, I think it's a great bronzer in my opinion. and I've been reaching for it. I also love the massive packaging because when I travel, this can be my mirror. This can be the only mirror I bring. So that's great. Yeah, and you can build this up slowly. I do enjoy it. The color, initially I thought it looked a little bit warm, but the tanner I get, the more I need some of that warmth, and I can't go for too cool tones. So this is beautiful. It has a scent. It has an interesting scent, so be aware. I do think I want a little bit of a highlighter. I have the new Chanel Le Beige, and this is in Eclat du Soie. And I kind of want to put a little bit of this. I think that would be beautiful. And I'm going to take the same brush that I used with the cream blushes. I'm taking the pink and just going over. And this will give the most beautiful natural glow. Look at that. So pretty. I love this release. I think it's so beautiful. And I really hope it's out by now. By the time this video goes live. If so, I will link it down below because it's beautiful and I got quite a lot of use out of it. I've actually gotten a lot of use out of these sticks. I've done a full review on these so you can kind of go look, but I didn't even know Chanel had these. It's like a sheer color stick and it feels very velvety. But it's sheer, it's not super intense, so I've been liking it. Definitely the pink, I love the pink. But that is kind of the pink topper. And then with the same brush, I'm not gonna change brushes. We're gonna take the highlighter and gently go right on the tops of the cheeks. Very gently, I'm barely touching my skin. I think people don't realize how gently I apply the makeup. Whenever I would do makeup for somebody, they would be so shocked at how gentle I work and how little product I use at one time. And I think it's just the way you make the face look natural and healthy. And I think the same goes with eyeshadow. It's just thin layers, not a lot of pigment from the beginning, just gentle. Be gentle with your makeup, and I think it does take longer. I will say, you know, if I'm in a hurry, I may not do that, but if you have time, just do smaller layers, less makeup, but in thin layers. It'll last longer, it'll look more natural, be more blended. So that's my 2 cents on it. For brows, I have some new products from Ravie Beauty, and you know, I don't get excited for brow products almost ever, but this one I really like. This is in dark brown. They just released their new collection and I wanted to show you because I think the brow product inside is so good. I have pretty full brows, so I don't do a lot, but what I like about it is that the color's not too intense, but it doesn't scrape your skin in order to get any product out. So it's a very soft, it's definitely dry because you don't want cream on your eyebrows, okay? You want something that's a barely there color. And so I think that she did an incredible job with this formula. I think it's great. And I kind of think I'm converted from my Huda one. I still have my Gucci one that I absolutely love, but it's a completely different formula. That one is more of the thicker kind of brow product and very waxy. This one is for small, thin strokes. Also, I watched Ali's video about, you know, what she's been going through. It just hit so hard. I lost a brother when I was 20. He was 21. I lost my mom when I was 16. So I don't know. I kind of resonated a lot with what she was going through. And grief is just, it's not linear. It never really goes away, I think. But you kind of learn how to live with it. And the pain does subside over time. But yeah, I don't know. Because of that, I want to love on this brand even more. But even so, I think the product is incredible. They also sent over, by the way, this was sent to me, but I would have picked it up myself just to support the brand. But they did send over their lip mask. I used it twice and it was very lovely. It's very glossy. It lasted quite a long time, but to see the benefits long term, I'd have to test it out a little bit more. It's actually in my purse right now, so I don't want to go and get it. But yeah, I love their blushes. And their lip product was incredible. I think I have most of the colors. Those are the brows, a very little product, but I really like the color. This is dark brown, by the way. I have ebony. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but that one's really beautiful as well. Let's move on to the eyes. I am so excited for this because the other Nars palette, it was a limited edition. Was it last year or a couple years ago? Is one of my favorite palettes. I think it's so beautiful. It's so easy to work with. It's so wearable. And I did a big declutter and I tried to declutter most of my limited edition products, but that one I had to keep. It was just that good. And they came out with another one and look how beautiful. This one in the middle is like a duochrome. This is called the Afterglow Tempting Eyeshadow Palette. I also got 2 of their eyeshadow sticks. One is Living Sin, which is a great, beautiful taupey color. My hand's kind of dirty. It's right there. I think that will be beautiful. I don't think I'm going to use it today though, because the eyeshadow palette will be enough. And then the other one that I got is the lightest one, Ablaze. And usually I don't pick up these shades in stick formula, because if I have one, I have enough, but there's something about the color, the way the pigment disperses when you blend it out, that I thought it looked really beautiful. I kind of wanted the shade Laguna as well, but I didn't want to purchase too many in case I didn't like the quality. So let's start with the eyeshadow palette. I'm going to start with that shade right there. It looks quite warm. I was expecting maybe to have one more brown that's a little bit more neutral. This one looked quite warm and it is very, very pigmented. Even though I took some product off, still a lot came on. But I'm gonna smooth it out with my powder brush. I will always use my powder brush that I've already had powder on as a substitute for a fluffy brush. It's just a great thing. Just try it. It will smooth out your eye look or your bronzer or your blush. Okay, so this blends in really nicely. A little bit goes a long way. Now make sure you do clean your powder brush after, because then you're going to try to put powder and you're going to have brown all over it and it's going to ruin your whole makeup, which is great. A little bit on the lower lash line. And then let's take the deeper shade and try to build this out here a little bit. I do like the Nars formula. I think it is so beautiful. Just in general, Nars as a brand, I can't talk, has really good products, you know. These mattes blended in really, really nicely. I kind of want to add just a little bit of this lavender shade. Ooh, I like that. Now, what should we use on top? There's this middle shade that looks so beautiful. Ooh. All of these seem to be more like toppers. That white one. Yeah, all the shimmers seem to have some sort of a, not necessarily duochrome, but it's like that topper formula. Some are more intense than others. Like this white one is quite intense. This one right here looks absolutely stunning. One is more like a straight up topper, not a ton of base to it. They look beautiful. I am going to start with this shade right here. I'm going to take my finger and gently press. That is such a pretty shade. I will put that duochrome, middle duochrome also over. But that looks beautiful. I'm just going to take a brush because I think it will apply really nicely with a brush as well. And that way I can kind of fluff it out. So pretty. That is such a beautiful color. You can build it up and have it much more intense, or you can be softer with it, just like I did. It's like a tiny bit of a wash of that color. So beautiful. Now I do want to go with this color. Picks up like a lot. I'm gonna put it right in the center over that other color. I don't see a ton. Let's use our finger. That was a very fluffy brush. I would use a more dense brush that mimics your finger. Yeah. See, with your finger, it picks it up quite a lot. Really, really pretty. And then I'm gonna take a smaller brush and go with the first shade. It's quite crumbly. I'm just gonna put it in the inner corner. It's very intense, maybe a little bit too white for me, but that's okay. Adding just a little bit here. I'm just gonna blend that in with the shades that I've had on my eyes. And then buffing everything in as well. Or out, I guess. Just gonna go back in with a darker shade and intensify that lash line just a little bit. Okay, that is the eyeshadow. I'm gonna put some mascara on. So like I mentioned, I have this Tilt mascara. Oh, here it is. You can't unsee it. It's a very bright color. I kind of want to use it, but at the same time, I don't want to open another mascara. No, I want to show you the mascara. First of all, I will tightline. I always do, only on the top lash, and I always curve my lashes. Okay, let's try this mascara. The wand seems a little bit curved. Feels very comfortable to hold. And my daughter just got home from school. Okay, that lifts so well. Wow. That made my lashes look incredibly long. Wow. But I think it's a little wet. So I think in 2 weeks, I would absolutely love that. But wow. Did you guys see the lift and how long they look? I'm gonna do another coat and see if it clumps. So my initial thoughts on this mascara, first of all, it gives you a lot of length, a lot of curl to your lash, but it's too wet. It is so wet right now. So I think in 2-3 weeks, this is gonna be phenomenal. Or you could just leave it out a little bit. Sometimes I do this. I just leave it like this. It dries it out a little bit because it does have quite a lot of wetness. And because of that, I think it can get maybe a little messy or a little clumpy because it's too wet. But it definitely gives you a lot of curl, a lot of length. So let me finish the other eye and I'll show you the finished look. One more thing that I noticed with the mascara is that it gives you quite a lot of impact from first application, so you don't need to go twice with the mascara because that's just one application with this, and I feel like it gave me a lot of length and lift, which makes me think of people that are struggling with makeup, that it's harder to apply. You kind of want this to work the first time, so you don't have to do it a couple of times. So I kind of like that aspect as well. This mascara is definitely not a joke. Like it gives you lashes for sure. Let me put a little bit of this Nars Ablaze right here in the inner corner just to see how it works. Oh my gosh, I love that. That is beautiful. It's bright without being blinding. And it's kind of easy to apply. I love that. Ooh, okay. So that's the mascara and the eye look. I'm loving the eye look. I think it's really pretty. It's kind of different, but simple at the same time. So very wearable. And the sparkles are there, but they're not too much. I like it. Okay, lips. Tilt Beauty also sent over these lip balms. I wore this one today and it was really nice. They're kind of sheer coverage right there. And then there's another color that is a little bit brighter. I'm not going to use these because I have, ooh, I love that color. That's really pretty, but they're very moisturizing. I wore them to the gym today and very, very nice. I just have so many other lips to test out. Also, they have these cute little clips. Like, look at these. They're so cute. That is so cute. I should have put these while I was doing my makeup. Where's the other one? Oh, my kids are going to want to steal these, but I kind of want to keep them. I think they're cute. Yeah, but I don't need them because I'm pretty much done with my makeup, but they feel very nice. Good quality as well. My neighbor just decided to mow the lawn. It is what it is. We're almost done. But I discovered a new beautiful lip liner. This is from Fara Homidi. And I have here 6 liners. Wow. I didn't realize I bought that many. But I initially bought, I think, 3 or 4 during the Sephora sale and went back for a couple of more because I love them so much. I'm not going to swatch them all, but it is a beautiful formula. It comes with a sharpener as well, a great one. But today I'm going to show you the shade Fawn. It is the most perfect for lighter skin tone. All I have on is a stain from this morning, which is still on, but hopefully you'll see. It is a cool tone-ish color. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm sorry for the noise, but I have to finish the video. Okay, so that is a color. You can see that it's more cool tone. The formula is so good. I don't know what they did with the formula, but it is so long lasting, yet blendable. Really nice color. So this is a great cool tone color. And we're gonna blend it in. But I'm not gonna leave it here. I'm also gonna take a little bit of Refy. This is more of a brown undertone. I'll show you Fawn next to it so you can see the difference. This is Fawn and Refy. Just a little bit of Refy, just to add a little bit more depth. And they blend in so nicely. Oh, it's so beautiful. So these are my new favorite lip liner. It's what I've been using since I got them. I purchased these myself. They were very expensive, $35 I want to say, but they're incredible. I've kind of heard about them a little bit, but they last so long. The colors are so good. The way they blend, it's like that perfect creaminess without being too creamy, and it also has great longevity. Perfect. Now, I am so excited to get into this Guerlain set. This is so beautiful. I already own one of these from Guerlain, and I just feel so honored that they sent this to me. These are without a doubt the most beautiful lipsticks. You pull them out and you have a mirror in there. So pretty. And this is the color 539, I think. I'm gonna double check. This is a matte formula, more brown. That looks beautiful. I have the shade 159 already. This is so beautiful. This one has my name on here. That's so pretty. This one is 360V. I think, again, it's very small. Yes, that is a stunning color. And then this is the last one, and this is the shade 11. And I think this is in the satin formula. Yeah, I kind of want to try this one today. So those are the shades. Let me get the one that I already have. This is the one that I already have, and it is in the shade 159, like I mentioned. And I'll put it right down here so you guys can see the difference. This is mine, 159. Well, they're all mine now, but 159, and this was the more pinkier one, more brown, and then that's shade 11 from the satin formula. Okay, let's try the satin formula. I'm gonna use the mirror. Oh my gosh, that color is perfect. Wow, this color, oh my gosh, that is perfect. Like my perfect everyday nudie color. I am feeling this makeup today. I think it turned out so good. I love so many of these products. The lip, I think it was the biggest surprise. I was not expecting to love the satin formula that much. I love the color so much. I can't explain to you how hard it is for me to find a color that works for my skin, that doesn't wash me out, that's not too cool tone yet, it's not too brown, and this is perfect. Obviously I had a lip liner under, but even without the lip liner, I think this will work so well. The eyeshadow looks beautiful. I don't know, the mascara so far, it hasn't smudged. We will see. I'll put that to the test. A little too wet for me right now, but I think it'll be perfect in a couple weeks. Yeah, definitely a standout is the Creal product. It is very expensive, but if you're into makeup, if you have more mature skin or dry skin, I think you will love it. However, if you have Makeup by Mario skin enhancer, I don't think you necessarily need this one. You know, they're very similar. This one has just a little bit more pigment, and I think it's a little bit more refined on the skin. And that is everything for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, that you kind of found this interesting and hopefully helped you with some reviews. And that's it. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.